Gurudev, during meditation, like when we meditate at night in a dark room with eyes closed, whatever happens in front of the inner screen we could call imagination. Or
तो ध्यान कर लेते हैं। रुमाल लाए हैं आप सब लोग। But knowing is real thing, not knowledge comes from outside. Knowing comes from inside. And you are the very source of knowledge. All the saints, all the Buddhas have not read libraries. They had no knowledge. They read themselves, and now you go in university and PhD. People are doing PhD on Kabirs. Thousand and thousand people already have done. They are trying to explain the words of Kabir, and he never went to a school. Hoja. Now these PhD people, knowledgeable people, depend on Kabir, who knew nothing. He had no knowledge, but he had a self-knowledge. Get the self-knowledge, and you can fill the libraries with the knowledge. Whatever you say is a knowledge for others. For you, it is a knowing. For others, it is a knowledge. And if you want to prove to the world that you are a very knowledgeable person, go on writing books and books and books and books, or go on speaking 24 hours and have one office, big office, few people employed, they go on transcribing, editing and publishing books. Just become a knower. Knowing is important. How to know? Just be. Just be, and the knowing happens. You cannot be without knowing. And if you are knowing, it means being. Just now, you are knowing my voice, my sound. The knowing is happening. Why? Because there is a being. When you be, knowing. When you know, being. Knowing and being, one, not two. Or you can say two aspects of the same. Just be, and you will know. Just be. You will know all. You will understand all the knowledge which is in the library. If you want. If you don't want, there is no need. When you know yourself, there is no need to know how to make a puncture. There is no need. What is worth knowing? You have known. What is worth knowing? What is worth knowing is the knower itself. The knower itself. Everything is hidden in the knower. All the secrets are there in the knower. Just know, get free. हो जाए। फिर आज का दिखा नहीं आते। ओके। हाँ जी, समय बदल गया है। ओके, देना जी, माइक देना।
Gurudev, a few days ago, you were telling me about the difference between self conscious, a person who is self conscious, a person who is self unconscious, and consciousness of the self.
Yeah.
Can you describe it in more
Okay, you
detail?
can sit on your chair. There's no need to come down. So you want to understand again, or you misunderstood, or what?
No, I understood a little bit.
Self-conscious is a state of ego. When I use the word ego, it simply means body sense. When body sense is too strong, then you are self-conscious. When you become a seeker, you start becoming conscious of the self. Now it is a different state. When you become conscious of the self, the ego self disappears, the real self appears. And when you arrive, you become self unconscious. Or better say, unself conscious. Like you have seen me, from there the question came. We went for shopping. He is with me, sometimes somebody else is with me, and they found me unself conscious. I'm just mixed with people, talk anything, wish anything, make immediately friend, because I'm not self conscious. A self conscious person remains at a distance. Superior. The consciousness of the others remains very strong in him. But when you are unself conscious, you are just available, relax. No problem. Nobody hinders you in any way. But you are hindered all the time. You are all the time self conscious. Now, whenever I go for shopping, I bargain. Oh, yeah. When they go with me, they see me, why I am bargaining. And sometime I will bargain for 5 paisa. He will say 20 rupees kilo. I will say 15 rupees kilo. He said, no, 20. I said, okay, I'm going. Then I will start going. Then he will call me. Okay, 18 rupees. I said, no, okay, 15. Okay, 16. I said, okay, give. Now, this repo, mixing, it is like a duet. Means you enter in the person, you talk to, not that I cannot give 20, I can give 25. Sometimes I give also. Somebody says, 20 rupees kg. I said, no, I will give 22 rupees. He is shocked. He will think whether what I have said. This is unself conscious. You are all the time self conscious. When you come in the beginning, You look at me, who the hell he is? What we gonna do here? And when you start dancing, you just acting. And as days pass, you start jumping. I am afraid whether you are going to bang your head. You jump so much. What happened to you? You become unself-conscious. Now this is a state of unself-conscious. You are there. There is no self, no ego, nobody sense. There is a sense of being. There is nobody sense. We are not afraid of each other. We are not conscious of each other. We are not doubting each other. We know nobody will harm anybody else, isn't it? There is a love. There is a affection. There is a acquaintance. When there is no acquaintance, you are self-conscious. Whether the other will harm you, maybe the other will cheat you, maybe it is good or not to laugh with him, to shake hand with him. You are afraid. That is self-conscious. It can have many degrees. It can have many degrees. Everybody is self-conscious. Don't take yourself alone. I don't want to give you any credit in that sense. Everybody basically remains self-conscious more or less. You can divide into 100 degrees. Maybe somebody is 10 degrees, 20, 30, 40, 90. It depends. But when you are self-conscious, you are sad. You are afraid. The quality I am showing you. You will be complaining. You will not be happy. You will be angry. You will be depressed. All these qualities will you have. What a quality. When you are unself-conscious, you are just happy, open, vulnerable, welcoming, not afraid, laughing, no demand, no expectation, no confusion, no depression. This is the quality of unself-conscious. But these are two poles. You are here and you have to come here. So there is a journey. Become conscious of yourself. Just remember that I am. That is the third thing. A seeker all the time is trying to become conscious, trying to become self-conscious. I call it consciousness of the self. He is trying to remain here, not going there. Remembering oneself, being oneself, again and again, he becomes conscious of the others. Now he is becoming not conscious. He is trying to forget the other and remember oneself. That is in between. These are the three states. Learn how to become unself-conscious and you're like a bird. Happy. Clear? Or anything more? There was something more? If you trigger.
Uh, Also, when you explained me this last time, what I understood was that what you were saying was that a self-conscious person is very protective about everything, whether it is body, mind, ideas, thoughts. But at the same time, the positive quality of a self-conscious person, he can be also alert, he can be reliable. On the other hand, self-unconscious person is not very protective about the physical or the mental world, but at the same time, he's like
Okay.
unreliable, like
Self-conscious person is always protective because he is afraid of others. He does not want to allow anybody else to enter him. He wants to remain a secret, closed. He is a closed circuit. On the other hand, the more you are civilized, more you are cultured, you become self-conscious. All your education makes you self-conscious whatsoever. It makes you more a person, makes you more tight, closed, makes you self-conscious. How to stand, how to keep the hat. Huh? This should not be seen. It should be tight. That is what is taught. All you are a teacher. All the time you are making your children self-conscious, isn't it? You bring your children here and they will be laughing. You never allow them to laugh. Just like this. What you are doing? It becomes more narrow, becomes more self-conscious. The whole education system, whole education, the more you are educated, the more self-conscious you are. She is also a teacher. हो जाए तन्मय all the time. आप इंडियन है ना इसलिए स्कॉटलैंड भेज दें आपको. This is self-conscious. See, simple thing. Now, villager, illiterate people are more unself-conscious, but they are ignorant. They have also not gone through the process. A Buddha is also unself-conscious. That is why he becomes an ordinary man. But there is something plus into the Buddha. There are ordinary people, they are unself-conscious. If you go to them, if you ask them, where is Urs Road? They will even come with you and show you where is Urs Road. Sometime, I came new in Mysore and I don't know where is what. So I have to go somewhere. Then I cross this road, reach there. Again I will ask. Again I will ask. That is my habit. When Manish is there, he will not ask anybody. I will tell him, let ask. Okay. No, Gurudev, we will find. He has the bad habit of not asking. I have the bad habit. Stop my bike and will ask where is the Urs road. He will start explaining and he will not stop. This road you turn right and then left, then up and then down and then you fall in it. And he is so enthusiastic. He is not bothered whether I am understanding. He will start speaking in Kannada. Now, until he is exhausted, I have to keep quiet. Then I will tell him, Baba, please speak Hindi or English. Then again he will start the same story. Now he will speak Kannada Hindi. And by that time, Manish is totally bored. Then I will tell him, Baba, what you are doing in my soul, we are not, we just enjoy. We are on the road, just meet people, see, feel. Where, what is the hurry? It is still 11 o'clock and the food will be served at 2. I will bring you home at 2, don't worry. Just enjoy the whole scene. And each where I will ask. Now, he is also unself-conscious, but he is not an aware person. He is not an alert person. But when you become an alert person or aware person, you become self-conscious. Now, all the corporate people, if you go and meet them, you will find them very alert. But their alertness is acquired alertness. It is not natural. It is a tense. All the time they are very tense. Time is money. If you ask where is Urs Road, he will not even see at you. He will show you that he does not understand what you are talking about. He will just go straight away. There are many aspects to all these things. A person who is unself-conscious, like a villager, like a simple man, because he is not aware, so he does not know what he is saying. So he will say, he will give you any promise, but will forget. A alert person, a conscious person, will not easily give you time. But if he gives you time, he will be expecting that you should be at time. He is so self-conscious. But a Buddha is also unself-conscious. He is relaxed. He is aware. He knows what he is saying. He remembers his promises. Now, my fight with my owner was only this much. He will say tomorrow. Again, he will say tomorrow. Again, he will say tomorrow. And I keep quiet. 30 tomorrow is gone. And he does not know what he is saying. He is lying. Lying is the feature, habit of the so-called person, self-conscious person. Or talking, he goes on talking, he will not stop. So, when I am talking to you personally, sometimes many aspects come and then I elaborate them. So it has many aspects. But basically, when you are ordinary person, you are unself-conscious. Then in between, you become aware, you cultivate the consciousness of the self, and then you arrive at, again you are unself-conscious, but as ordinary as before, even more ordinary, more simpleton, at peace. Is it okay? Or there was something more? It is finished. Yes. No, you. I saw you first. You have written something. Okay. I have to read or you have to read? Okay, I read. Beloved Gurudev, what is choice? What is destiny or fate? When one is standing on the crossroad of life's telling, is choice a doing or a happening? It depends. It depends. This is not basically a good question because it is a mental question. But last line, You are asking, is choice a doing or a happening? Both and both not. It depends. Maybe it is your choice and maybe it is happening. Maybe it is God's choice and He is giving you the idea that it is your choice. It can be anything. So cannot be said straight away. Actually speaking, no, I will not speak. Oh yeah. I learned something from yesterday and even first or second. I also make mistakes, many mistakes. Mistake is that which happens. Learning is that when you become aware of the mistake and understand the whole thing and don't repeat it. People ask in such a way that the answer goes in their favor. They don't tell me the real story. And they coined a question in such a way that then they justify with it. That is why I'm saying is choice a doing? If it is a choice, so you have to suffer both the pain and the pleasure of it. Nothing is only pleasure and nothing is only pain. And both are suffering. When you will understand even pleasure is a suffering. It also has a heat. And when you will understand, you will come out of the both. There will be choiceless awareness, a unself conscious state. In that, everything is just a happening and there is a no doer. Yes.
In the past, Gurudev, once you have mentioned that there can be realization, but it can still be lopsided. A person, even after realizing, might still not be fully grown or developed. So, in what way is the complete?
You first come to that state first. I will take away your lopsidedness. With me, you cannot be lopsided. It is possible. Because the mind and the conditioning, if it is not broken, then you can remain lopsided. But that is not the point. Just first you realize and then we will see. Okay? Yeah. There was somebody else. Yeah.
Can you hear me? No, before you were saying about your daily life with the Manish, I think I'm experiencing life with the Guru because when I travel with Martha, she's constantly lost. So, so this is happening. I don't know. Sometimes I don't legitimate or lostness, if we can say like this. But I think I will learn, and maybe I will let her doing it, maybe following. So maybe it will be a good experience. Now, my question was another thing. In Western world, I don't know here how you call it. There is a disease which is called Alzheimer, and I experienced because people close to me were having this disease, and my my um, when I was observing them, just watching them, they were not there. They were in a state of unconsciousness, as you said.
No, okay.
They were absolutely in another state. Just in few seconds, for a few seconds, they were conscious, and suddenly they were. I watched them, so I know what I was looking for. They were watching me in the eyes, and then they decide not to be conscious anymore. So they just let them go. So I think it was a kind of another level. So I always felt, my family and other people felt that this was a kind of to be sad about them, to be worried about them, and I always felt a kind of peace. So maybe they were in another level. So maybe they were in peace, in fact.
No, it is not another level, it is below level. And it is a disease. A Buddha is above the level. When you fall back, then it is below. So Alzheimer is a disease which brings you below. And there also there is a peace. But it is totally, you can say, it is totally unconscious. The life is to become more and more conscious. When you become truly conscious, then you are a Buddha. And when you are truly conscious, everything remains intact, though you have transcended everything. But now it has no grip on you. You are just free, but still you have everything and you can use everything. You are not in the hand of unconsciousness. On the contrary, everything becomes like a servant. Your mind, your intellect, your thinking, your emotions follows you. Not you. In normal state, you follow them. In above state, they follow you. They come in harmony with you. You become the master. Not your emotions, not your thought, not your feelings are dragging you. They are just silently there. Whenever needed, you will say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Like this. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Of cosmic play or whatever, mind, many names. But when we meditate in the daytime with eyes closed, actually the eye still sees. It's not that there's just blackness. The eyelid, although it's like a canvas, like a transparent canvas, and the more light there is from the outside, let's say I sit in the sun, then on that inner canvas there's like a psychedelic display of all sorts of colors. And the strange thing I observed is that on this canvas I cannot differentiate between what I actually see, or what we call reality, and what is my imagination. It's like, even if I focus on it, it seems like there is no, on this canvas both parts meet, the inner imagination and the outer so-called reality. And the other day, you said, Madhukar said that sometimes he looks in the world and it seems unreal. So the thought came to me, if I can't tell what's imagination and what's the so-called real, maybe the real is also imagination. And actually, what is my question? It's a very strange phenomenon that so far I always thought, okay, the real is out there and inside it's imagination. And Now I realize that it looks like it's almost the other way around, or there is no border. There is no border, actually. Could you
Yes.
explain a little more?
Yes.
Oh, that's up to
हो जाए बिग हो जाए बिग First thing to remember is whether in the night, in the dark room, or whether in the day, in the sunlight, whatsoever you perceive, whatsoever is unreal, हो जाए whatsoever you perceive, or whatsoever you know, or whatsoever you experience, or whatsoever you feel is all unreal. Now, this I am talking when your eyes are closed in two conditions in the night, in the dark room, in the day, in the sunlight. Your eyes are closed. Whatsoever is the perception is unreal. And there is no need to differentiate what is real then. The perceiver. It is constant. Whatsoever goes on changing, that is the definition of unreal. It may change in a second, it may change in a few hundred years. It goes on changing. What does not change? What is there which does not change? And that is the real. When you get a root into that, when you start staying in it, when you stabilize there, everything will start appearing as unreal. Madhukar got this glimpse. Suddenly, he was thrown in that state. When the real appears, the so called real shows its nature, that it is unreal. So, why you cannot come to the real? Because there is so much psychedelic drama. Call it imaginations, feelings, memories, past experience, anything. When there is something to perceive, you are out there. And everything what you perceive inside, whether in the dark room, whether in the night, whether in the day, whatsoever you are perceiving, it is all out. What you call in is also all out. There is a mosquito replenisher, what you call? All out. Right? Repellent, mosquito repellent. The name is all out. It is like a mosquito. The beauty is, the illusion is, the drama is that you get lost there. That is called Maya. You get lost, whatever you perceive. Whether it is likable or unlikable, that is not the question. You get one with it, you become one with it. Actually, you become it. That is why it becomes real. It is you who is giving the reality to it. If you are not there, where is the thought? Where is the emotion? Where is the perception? Where is the imagination? Where is the psychedelicness? You are real because of you, your light, it becomes effulgent in your light. Minus you, nothing is there. Plus you, everything is there, but it is a just shadow on the screen. You watch TV or a movie. What is there? Is there anything? Is there anything there what you watch? The same way. This so-called manyness, diversity is also unreal. But to you it appears real because you don't know the real. The moment you know the real, it will become unreal. It does not mean that you will not function, or you will not play the sitar, or you will not remain the Joshua. Everything will be same, but your understanding got transformed. Now you know this is a play. That is why you are not serious. When you are not serious, where is the suffering? Where is pain? Everything just disappears. You know the nature of unreal and you know the nature of real. That is why self-remembering, surati, there are many words. So why now? Now is the time, Joshua, whenever you are seeing on the screen out there, or when you are seeing no objects on the screen, it is an empty screen. Just remember the seer and see the seer. When the observer is observed, Krishnamurti says. When the perceiver is perceived, remember that. Now it is easy to remember. And don't get lost. Don't become impatient that it slips. Does not matter. You just remember. See the seer. I will not say try. I will not say put the full effort. You just remember. Remember the perceiver. We call in Sanskrit drashta, the seer. Drashta means seer. His total nature is goes on seeing whatsoever is. When there is nothing to see, it sees nothing. But it sees. When it sees, it is out there. So remembering happens easily when there is nothing to perceive. There is nothing to see. When there is nothing to see, what happens actually psychologically? You fall asleep. Especially in the beginning. But if you insist, then you are enjoying this emptiness, empty screen. On this empty screen, sometimes there is a psychedelic play. You see colors or you see stars, many things you can see. Again, mind is playing the trick. Just remember that you are and be. Go on remembering passively. Because when you put effort, the doer enters. Have you written all this in your book? You have written. Very good. Then what you are doing here? She has written a book, How to Know Oneself. हो जाए. It is like writing tertium organum. He wrote everything about the truth, but he never knew what is the truth. When he met Gurdjieff Ouspensky, then he was not able to write anything which he knew because he was a great perceiver, very subtle mind. He really saw that he knows nothing. When he saw this, that he knows nothing, he was humble. He said, he said to Gurdjieff, I know nothing. Then he said, okay, let us work. And that is what Gurdjieff wanted to show him, that you are so famous and you have written the book about the truth and you know nothing. Writing a book is very easy because you know nothing. So why not write? All people who writes books, they know nothing. People who know, they never write a book. Buddha never wrote a book. Mahavira never wrote a book. Krishna never wrote a book. They never write. Even now, Krishnamurti or Raman Maharishi or other people, nobody has written a book. What you read is spoken words compiled by others. They never write because the writer has disappeared and the speaker has also disappeared. Then who is speaking? To you, it is the person. To him, it is he. That is speaking. Do you think I am speaking? No. Can I speak? It is not me speaking. When you become empty, the speech happens, it is a response. Actually, it is you questioning, it is you answering. It is just 2 points in one reality. Basically, it is all one. Okay, don't get confused. I don't want to confuse you. Let us talk. So, Joshua, remember one thing. When you are sitting silently in a meditative mode, the play is happening. No problem. Play, let it be there. Don't disturb the play. Don't touch it. Just remember I am. Just remember your you are-ness and be. In the beginning, it may go on sleeping. Let it sleep, no problem. Have patience. But remember that whatsoever you see, whatsoever you think, whatsoever you feel, whatsoever you experience is not you. And you are the very source of all this. Because you are, this is. Because I am, the world is. If I am not, where is the world? If I am not, where are the feelings of thought? Thoughts, feeling, imagination, assumption, memories, all depends on you. You are prior to it. Even the very understanding, listening carefully, just letting it go inside you, you can become a jnani in a second. You are not it. You are out of the game. Because you are the whole is, but still you are totally untouched. Nothing can touch you. Now I give you a example. There is a sun and there is sun rays. Now actually sun rays are not separate from the sun. But still, sun rays are not sun, first thing. When it falls in a pure water, it does not become pure. When it falls in a dirt, in a mud, in a dirty water, it does not become dirty. Does it become? That is the reality. You are like the sun. In your light, everything appears. You are the very cause of all the appearance. If you are not, nothing is. The beauty is you can exist without all this, but they cannot exist without you. Not possible. So, in deep meditation, when the perception is happening, it is happening because you love it. Slowly, slowly, you will understand all this. Now we are moving into the depths, into the subtleties. If you have no love for it, it will be not like that. It will calm down slowly, slowly. It will be less and less and less and less. You remain the same whether they are there, whether they are not there. You does not change. The seer is constant. That is why it is called eternal. This is the very substratum of all. The moment you start realizing that you are not in it, but they are in you, you can say, all is in me. I am in all. Still, the beauty is, I don't want to confuse because to understand this last point is needs even subtlety. For sure, you remain totally untouched. Now, if I understand your question, you may want to understand what is all this. It is all psychological phenomena. Don't ask why. There is no why. There may be reason. I don't know. And I am not concerned. That is the trick of the nature to keep you involved. Nature is not at all interested that you become enlightened. That is why very, very few people become enlightened. In every scripture, something like that is said. Kabir says, कहे कबीर कोई बिरला जागे अंजन छाड़ी निरंजन lage. A rare one gets awakened and he leaves the unreal and comes to the real. Nature is interested whatsoever is happening in the drama, in the illusion, in the maya. That is why very rare people, very arduous people, people who have the guts, the courage, they come out of it. When they come out of it, they are useless. You can call me a useless person. Oh yeah, what use? I am out of the game. I don't play your game. A Maya cannot keep the hold on me. I am of no use. You are out of the nature. That is why this kind of person does not return. He does not return. Moksha means what? Mukti, freedom, what you call, means freedom from the cycle of birth and death. You go on taking birth, you go on dying and taking your birth. You are in one way a toy in the nature of in the hand of nature. But a Buddha is who gets out of it. I am giving you very simple phenomena. Just remember. Again I repeat, whatsoever you perceive, तुम जो भी देखते हो, whatsoever you feel, जो भी तुम महसूस करते हो, whatsoever you experience, जो भी तुम अनुभव करते हो, तुम्हारी स्मृतियाँ, तुम्हारी इच्छाएं, तुम्हारी वासनाएं, तुम्हारी धारणाएं, तुम्हारे विचार, तुम्हारी भावनाएं, all your beliefs, all your concepts, all your desires, all your wishes, all your imagination, all your assumption, whole lot is not me. You are already free. This is freedom. Even if you let it go deep in you, meditate over it. And why to call my feeling, my thought, my belief, my memory, my desire? Why you call it my? This my makes you keep in bondage. If you have the guts, say there is a body, not my body. If you have the guts, you say there is a feeling. Joshua had a feeling. You can use the third person. Joshua has a thought. Joshua has an imagination. Don't claim it as mine, because when you claim it, then you protect it. If this is my book, then I am taking. I am going to take care because it is mine. If it is yours, I am not bothered. Isn't it? And you pay lot of concern, energy to what you call mine. If somebody says your feeling is wrong, you immediately become angry. Why? He has said your feeling, not you. But you and your feeling are not two. You become hurt. Okay, feeling is wrong, so what? I am intact. I am not wrong. My thought, my thought is a right thought. Whatsoever I know is not me. What I am cannot be said, cannot be expressed. Try to say, and you will see the futility. It is beyond and beyond and beyond. It is transcendental. I am without any signboard. But people have tried their best to say something about this. Somebody will say Allah. Somebody will say Aham Brahmasmi. Somebody will say Par Brahma, God, Ishwar. But basically, it cannot be said. So why what? If there is something more to ask or confusion, you ask tomorrow again. We have time. Let it be there. You will see, basically, it is arduous, it is difficult, While watching, one forgets oneself. One forgets that one is just a seer, a witness, saksha. When there is nothing to watch, when there is nothing to watch, at that moment, mind has become like a mirror, a silent lake. There is a possibility that there is a reflection of that, but still it is a reflection. Reflection is the truth. But what is reflection? Reflection is not the truth. From where? It is just opposite side. Okay, you keep a jar, a pot, and put it water, and there is a moon, and you see the moon. Now this moon is a reflection of the real moon, isn't it? But a stupid person thinks this is moon. That reflection, which is happening now when mind has just become silent lake, suddenly, but then just look at the back and how to look. It is just to feel. It is just intuitively knowing that I am transcendental, I am beyond. Now call it I am or call it Allah or as you like. There are two ways to say. Buddha's way, he will say nothing. Hindu's way, they will say Aham Brahmasmi, Anala, I am God. One is identifying from this side, the other is identifying from that side. Does not matter. But once this get roots, stabilize, when it is stable, you will see your total outlook has transformed, has changed. Now you will understand without understanding. You will know without knowing. It will happen miraculously, mysteriously. There is no reason. I tell you about myself. I was conducting camps before also, and I was playing these songs which we are playing in the morning. Kabir song, sung by Kumar Gandhar. सुनता है गुरु ज्ञानी गगन में आवाज हो रही जिनकी भोला मन जाने अमर मेरी काया सदगुरु बिन सदगुरु नर रहत बुलाना. These are the songs of Kabir. I used to play, I love these songs because they create very different kind of psyche and atmosphere after the dynamic meditation. So I used to play one song when I used to conduct camps. It was in Pune one days before 81. But I never knew the meaning. But after, in the second phase, in Pune 2 days, when I again started conducting camp, so dynamic is finished, now the song is played. I am sitting like this and listening to the song. Suddenly the whole meaning was there. What Kabir wants to say, what actually he is saying. It was like that. Very rarely there are words which I am not used to. I may have to find out what is the meaning of the very word, but not the meaning of the song, the emotion, the content. And when this has happened, I start sharing with friends. I start explaining. I will play one song and then I will talk on that song. That is how. And it happened by itself. I used to read few books from different sources, though I never understood actually what is said. But somehow it gave me a different joy, though I don't understand anything. I read something, I don't understand anything, but still I like it. I enjoy it. I will look because my English was very bad. Now it has become little better. I can communicate with you. But still I make grammatical mistakes as I know. Because when it is transcribed, Tanmay brings that this is not, this phrasing is not to quote. And she then, sometime I look in the dictionary, write the meaning of the word, and sometime it is 4, 4, 5. Then I will try to feel which word is totally fit, is just exact. I was trying at that time. But in Pune 2 days, when again I started reading, I was surprised. I know this. I know this. No, it was like that. As if I knew from heaven. This is called direct knowing. That is why sometimes I also raise a question that when you listen to Osho and you come and you say, Osho has said this. Okay, Osho has said this. What Osho has said? You understood the same what Osho has said? No, but that is how man is. He thinks he knows. He thinks he understands. No, sir. You cannot understand the words of a Buddha until you become a Buddha. You need to be there on the same plane. Only then you understand their meaning. But then basically there is no need to understand. हो जाए. Now you know what is the need. You know the same thing. Now there is no need basically. But still, it gives you a different joy. Because again, through some other source, you come to know that what you know is right. Isn't it? Is same. That is the joy. Whenever I hear few words of Osho or anybody, read anybody, it gives me such a joy. I cannot tell you. So for me, actually, there is nothing new. But it is coming in a different way. It makes very happy. Means you find yourself there. They are talking about, you see. Oh, Osho is saying, okay, yes, fine. It is a different type of feeling. Very polite, very happy. Different type of feeling. Anyway, we were talking. I gave this meditation to many people. They try 2, 3 times and they forget. It's very simple. See, you go on meditating for years and years and years and years. No problem. It is a good fun. It is better to do anything else than to meditate. Okay, you meditate. But just to wake up and understand what is the case. That is why I talk so much about your true nature, about what you are. In each talk, it is totally different, though I talk the same thing. I come to the same point in many ways. My talks remains fresh. Many people love to listen to me. They come and say, Gurudev, so simply you have said today, though it is same, but now it feels like this. They become happy. Same thing, I can talk and talk and talk. It depends. You just trigger me in many ways. But my main concern remains to show you your true nature, what actually you are. What you believe in is the cause of your ignorance. If you remain ignorant, you will remain in suffering. You are going to suffer. And what is knowledge? Knowledge is not what you think, that is information. We have the word Gyan. Gyan means actually, if you translate it, means knowledge. But knowledge you can get from the books or from somebody else. But here knowledge means knowing oneself. If you know who you are or your true nature, basically there is nothing more need to know. Because this is the very source. All the knowledge comes from this. Bulle Shah says, Ik alaf padho chutkara hai. Ik means one. Alaf means word. Padho means read. Chutkara means freedom. Just read that one, which after reading you become just free, which is prior to all. What is that? Just read that. Don't waste your life. Don't waste your time. If you want to become a software engineer, then you have to read a lot. But if you want to know yourself, you just read yourself. This we called Gyan. Gyan means knowing oneself. When you know yourself, then all the knowing becomes direct and not through the senses. Just now, all the knowledge you have, it is through the senses. It is called indirect knowledge. They cheat you. The eyes, the nose, the touch, the ear. Truth does not remain the same through the senses. It is like putting a stick in the water. It bends. Is that it? So whatsoever goes in the mind through the senses, it goes to the mind. When it goes to the mind, it bends. It does not remain the same. Until you come to a point where it is a direct seeing. In direct seeing, there is no confusion. And you are certain. People can ask you why you are so certain, from where you got this certainty. But certainty is the very nature of that place. You just know. Though you are not egoist, though you are not asserting that I know, but you know, you know. You are totally certain. Nobody can confuse you. Confusion has disappeared. There is a path called neti neti. Not this, not this, not this, not this. They go on discarding. In Goa talks, I was reading that mantra, which says, I am not the mind, I am not the body, I am not the intellect, I am not the prana, I am not the flesh, I am not the bones. Go on discarding. And you come to a point where there is nothing to discard, and that is you. That is the way. In that, they don't do much practice. Their practice remains to be with the Master. They just be with the master, attentively, alertly, not taking for granted. They be with the master. They serve the master. Though master needs no service, actually. What do you serve the master? Suppose all you 40 people come and tell me, okay, we are going to serve you, you will kill me, isn't it? It is just an excuse to be. Then I have to find ways how to keep you occupied. Then I will create a garden and bring the grass. Okay, then now you put the water, put the manure, clean the things like that. But the purpose is being with the master. Just being with the master, what happens actually? For 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, you get ready. You get ready for the direct transmission, for direct initiation, because you have no goals, you have no ambition. All the energy you have is available. This is first thing. Is not consumed in worldly things. I have to pay the electricity bill, water bill, Aya has not come, house tax, nothing like that. You are just living in a hut, being with the master, nothing like that. No personal mind fuck, nothing simple. You just there. When master sits, sometime you sit with him. Otherwise, you listen to the birds and sometime you be with the master. Then that energy which is left alone, which is saved, which is not consumed, start working on your psyche. Slowly, slowly, that energy penetrates in your unconscious, in your subconscious, in your collective unconscious. And it cleans everything. One day you are just ready. And master will come and will tell you, you are there and the work is done. Oh yeah, that was, people were simple. This is also possible. Totally possible. Actually, you are not doing anything, but everything is happening. When the whole energy becomes available, slowly, slowly, your unconscious starts surfacing. Your desires, your expectation, this and then master will not pay any attention. Then you will be angry at him, like Tanmaya is at me. Oh yeah. I cannot fulfill your expectation. What is not fulfilled in the world, now you want to fulfill through me. I'm not a magician in that sense. But I can drop your expectation. That is my skill. I will bring out of your desires, your wishes, your because on the very first place, they serve no purpose at all. They, even if they are fulfilled as you like, it will be even more, will be following. Desire has the nature to not get fulfilled. That is the very nature of the desire. Mind goes on bringing new leaves, new desires. You see the creeper, within 2 months you see, now on the third there are flowers. So fast. This creeper we have sown, not even 2 months. Now on the third, the flower has, even the flower has come. You wake up in the morning and you see 500 more leaves. That is how desires and wishes are produced. A master cuts even the root, throws away the creeper. He will not cut the leaves or the branches. He will make you ready and will cut the trunk so that the story is over. And the beauty is you are totally free, you are happy. Ram Naam Satya hai. When we take a dead body to the burning ghat, huh? cemetery, where they burn the dead body in India. So 50 people are together. One says Ram Naam Satya, other will say Satya. The name of the Ram means God is the only truth. Means now person has died. Person is no more a person. Ram has gone. Only that time people remember at the time of death. And that too when somebody has died. For the first time when you are free of desires, free of wishes, free of expectation, for the first time you are like a king, super, not even king, Lord, supreme being. Though you remain the same as outer phenomena, people will come and communicate with you like a Tanmaya. But deep down, you have just said Ram Nam Satya to Tanmaya. Getting? Now you are Ram. Ram is the name of oneness, of a non-separate state of being, where nothing is separate, where nothing is many, where many has become all one. Deep down you. Now because you know your truth, you know the other truth also. You see the other as other, but you know basically there is no other. You behave like the way one should behave. But deep down you know it is all a drama. There is no many. It is only one canvas, but with two figures, or with many figures. The canvas is the same. You can make thousand or million figures. This whole universe is like canvas, and we are just figures. Canvas is important. And what is canvas? Canvas is remembering the one who is perceiving, seeing the seer, perceiving the perceiver, observing the observer. When you observe the observer disappears. The observer, what remains? Neither observer nor the observed is just a energy of play. In that state, your very seeing becomes in seeing, or call it whole seeing. It is not anyone seeing, it is just seeing. There is no seer but seeing. There is nothing to see but seeing. It is just seeing. Better call it being. To understand, just being. Is all one. Oh, it's already 4:11. Just one question. Anything regarding this? आप डरते क्यों हैं इतना? ऐसे दिखा भी रहे और नहीं भी दिखा रहे. Hmm.
Energy is separate from the consciousness. Who created this separation?
Not me, not you. And it is not our problem.
Is it possible to reach, to meet that creator?
You are that, how you? You have created. Don't make it a mental. Make it intuitive. Energy, consciousness. See, consciousness is the only energy in which this universe exists. But energy can have many forms, isn't it? Like you use what you call fuel. Means there is a diesel, there is a petrol, there is a kerosene, there is a cooking gas. This is all energy, but different forms, isn't it? It depends on the use. When you are perceiving the emotion, then you have a certain kind of energy. You can call it emotional energy. You can call it. When you are thinking, you can call it thinking energy. When you are acting, you can call it moving energy. You can name it. But what remains at the background or prior to it all is called consciousness. The very energy which causes all the manifestation of this whole universe. Okay? Now, please give here.
I was thinking when you said that it's not important to the knowledge, the Maya knowledge. I think that it's completely necessary in order to be forgotten, to know. And as much as you can take out of knowledge, I think you get a more pure, real knowledge. And also you need it for the world. We are here. And we have to know even to unknow. I mean, I think we have to know as much as possible for then stop.
It is other way around. Knowledge is not needed to know oneself. Knowing is needed, not knowledge. You know that you are. What more not? If somebody comes and tells you that you are, that is knowledge. If somebody comes and tells me, Gurudev, you are, does it depend that you come and tell me that I am? I know I am. This is knowing. Spirituality based on knowing. Knowledge is on the periphery, is all shit. Knowledge is an indicator. It is not the real thing. Okay. But when knowledge is taken as a truth, then it is harmful. Like you understand. What you understand, you think you understand. No, it is not understanding. But when you be it, you know it. Just being is knowing. To know, shall I read the book or just meditate and experience my beingness? It is done it. One should sit silently, discard all the knowledge, and the knowing is self-effulgent. The being is self-effulgent. The self is self-effulgent. All the knowledge has covered it, suppressed it. That is why it is difficult to experience oneself, because all the time there is a movement of thoughts, emotions, sensation, memories, past memories. These, they are just suppressed. When you take it out, you become more and more light. When the covering is gone, self-effulgent being is there. And then you come to know that it is boundless. It is omnipresent. It is not confined to this body. There is no place where it is not. It is pure existence. As I was telling that day, that 35 years before, these walls were not there. What was there? This space. Isn't it? Now walls are there. Where this space is there. When the wall again disappears, where the space will go? It will be, isn't it? But walls gives a wrong notion. That is how the knowledge creates wall after wall after wall after wall after wall. Walls and walls and walls. It becomes like an onion. You go on peeling. One after other layer is there. One after other layer is there. Don't take it literally. Try to get it intuitively. When all this covering, the movement on the surface, like there is a movement on the ocean. Again and again the waves will come and bang, again they will go. Because of this wavingness, the self is not felt, which is oceanic, like an ocean, exactly like an ocean. When you get the first feeling of meditation, if you are aware, you will feel like that you are like an ocean.